Get inspired, grow, and take actions. This is Walk and Talk with Dr. AZ.
You and I, all of us, should have been great in our unique ways. Today, in this video, I'm going to share with you a simple definition of greatness and the misunderstanding surrounding greatness. I'm going to give you some examples, but first, let's clear the air. Why should I talk about greatness? Is it because I'm great? No. But I spent 2 decades studying the great ones from diverse cultures and industries. What's more, I wrote 2 books. The first one, it studied the great ones and identified 3 common traits of the great ones, regardless of where they were, the kind of passion they had, and their age, stuff like that. They had 3 common characteristics. The second book focused more on the path they follow, the blueprint, the roadmap they commonly share. Today, I want to take some of those contents from my study because I'm a reporter right here reporting for you. I read so many books and biographies to write those 2 books, and I want you to get some of that from today's video. First, let's define greatness. Let me ask a question. How do you define greatness? I can tell you that. If you tell me that your definition of greatness, I may not agree. Your friends, your colleagues, your brothers, your co-workers may not agree with you. Because greatness is a bone of contention. We're not on the same page. But I have a simple definition that's gonna liberate you. Because it's not about for which you don't have control. When you know this definition, you know that you have control. You know that this is within your realm, within your scope, because greatness is about you identifying who you are, pursuing your passion, your purpose, and getting fulfilled in life while serving others. You see, it's very simple. It gives you control. It's about you knowing who you truly are, your identity, and then take action, take steps. Do little things to start with, and then in the process, with the support of others, you could be able to attain greatness. But the goal is to serve others in the process. Let's clear the 3 misunderstandings about greatness. The first one is greatness is about possession, power, and recognition. These are really wrong because many people resent to talk about greatness, even if within them they have this voice, little voice, that tells them that they are meant to be great. They don't listen to that because of the wrong understanding of greatness. Greatness is not about possession. It's not about power. It's not about recognition. I can tell you that some of the great ones I studied, they died poor. They didn't have anything. Some of them, they were not recognized while they were alive. And therefore, greatness is not about possession, power. That's why many of us resent it to talk even about it. Why? Because we don't want to prioritize power, recognition, and possession. It's not about that. The second misunderstanding I have seen is that greatness is about others approving you, your culture, history approving you. Hey, if you become great during your lifetime, and if others recognize you, and if history accepts you, great, that's addition. But remember, it's about knowing who you are and pursuing your purpose and getting fulfilled while serving others. Will others accept you as a great today? No. Will they applaud you today? No. If you think that people can applaud you and say you're great and so on, you must be naive. When I studied the great ones, one thing I learned that they had thick skin. They didn't care. I think it was Mahatma Gandhi who said that first they ignore you, then they despise you, and then they attack you, but finally they celebrate you. A lot of people, they want to start from the celebration part. It's not how it works. And therefore, Greatness is not about people recognizing you. They're gonna despise you. Actually, the moment you start to act like who you are, who you meant to be, you're gonna be criticized. You're gonna be rejected. You may be attacked, and some of them killed. Remember, therefore, greatness is not about other people. It's not outside of you. It's within your realm. The third misunderstanding I have seen is that greatness is instant. People think that the great ones, they're born. No, they're not born. They have worked on it. It didn't come instantly. Greatness is not something you put it into the microwave and you get it. That's not the case. Greatness is something you pursue, something you have to pay the price. Because when you realize that greatness is about your identity, purpose, and serving others, the first thing you realize that this is not a short path. It's not an instant journey. It's a protracted journey. It's about identifying your true identity. I'm not saying identifying what people say you are. I like what Les Brown, one of my most admired motivational speakers, said. He said that the opinions of others shouldn't have to be your reality. The opinions of others shouldn't have to be your reality, which means you want to care about your identity. You want to discover who you truly are, your uniqueness. And then the purpose, which should be bigger than yourself. The purpose that's going to serve others, the larger number of people. And third, it's about you going out there and serving based on your passion, your talent, your skill sets. This journey is not short. This is not instant. It takes time. That's why a lot of people, they drop the ball. They think it's instant. They immediately start to write and they expect people to like them, to comment for them, people to say, oh, come on and speak and come on, let's celebrate you. No. It's a protracted, long journey. It's a lifetime journey. Here are a couple of things I'm going to share with you to succeed in this journey. Since it's not instant, what are the areas where you could be able to work on? There are 3 areas I would suggest. The first one is your mindset. If something wrongs at that level, forget about everything else. Because you don't believe that there is greatness in you, the seed of greatness in you. You don't believe that you can become great. It's a mindset thing. But if you think about it, you're not just flesh and bone. You're not just mental. You are a conscious being, meant to be great. And therefore you need to work on your mindset. If you ask me, the most difficult thing for me when I was studying the great ones was working on my mindset. When I started this journey, I was in one of the most unrecognized places, one of the poorest places in my country. My family, they were not educated. Around me, I didn't see any greatness, and therefore believing that I can become great in my own unique ways was far away. It took me so many work in my mindset. Of course, when I came to the United States, the same mental challenge. I'm black, I am minority, I have accent, stuff like that. I had so many excuses not to believe that I can pursue my uniqueness and do what's best according to my purpose in life. Not to seek applause, not to seek recognition from others, just to know who I am, pursuing that towards my fulfillment. It was hard. That's where many of us gonna fail. Because if we don't convince ourselves that there is a seed of greatness within us, if we don't believe in our identity, the potential that we have, it's over. The second area we want to work on is skill sets. I'm still working on some skill sets because you may identify yourself, your purpose in life, and you may start to pursue it. But it may require you to develop some soft skills, leadership skills, organizational skills. Without them, you may not be able to fulfill your purpose. The third thing, the most important thing, is to have the right mindset, the right character, and the right personality. Many people started this journey with great fanfare, hope, and they failed because they lacked character, integrity, credibility, and trustworthiness. One of the things that sabotage our greatness is the lack of character, predictability, and accountability. If you need any support in these three areas, mindset, skill set, and developing your personality, your brand, and your character, reach out. We're gonna support you. This is my hope that today, if you haven't started your greatness journey, you will decide today and saying that, you know what, let me try this. If you have the ability to buy, go online, go to Amazon, buy those 2 books. I'll share the links down in the video, in the description part. Go out there, buy the books, and start to read. Who knows, some of the insights, the stories that I shared about the great ones from diverse cultures may connect with you. All of those great ones I shared may not be your great ones, but I'm sure that at least one of them may be your best great one, your hero or your hero. Thank you very much. I'm gonna turn the camera and I show you the beach. It's beautiful. All right, talk to you soon. It's a beautiful morning. People are taking a walk, running, and this is beautiful. It's a beautiful sunrise. All right, enjoy the rest of the day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.